What is going on, guys? It's your boy Review Fanatic, and I want to welcome you guys back to another video. And this has been a long awaited video on my review on Transformers: The Age of Extinction. Now beware, this isn't, well, not beware, but don't worry guys, this isn't a spoiler review. This is a spoiler free review. This is just my thoughts and feelings about the movie. I will do a spoiler review. Stay tuned for that. I might do it later on today because I'm going on holiday, so I want to post all the videos that I need to do. I need to post it before I go on the 2nd of August. I go on holidays on the 2nd of August, but I'll tell you that on my vlog. Anyways, guys, this is a spoiler-free review on Transformers: Age of Extinction. I went to see it a while ago. It's just what's it called? I saw it during school time, so I did make a review, but I did make two spoiler-free review and a spoiler review, but I just didn't get time to post it, and I needed to I needed to look at the watch the movie again. Watched it again. I watched it twice on IMAX and once in regular cinema. I just needed to see it to process the movie a lot more, and not only that, not only to put more of an analysis to the movie, it's just because I love that movie so much when I saw it in IMAX for the first time. Anyways, guys, so like I said, spoiler-free review, so do not be alarmed if I'm gonna throw any spoilers. If I do, then it's probably an accident. But all my proper thoughts on the battles or all the scenes that were in the movie, that's in my spoiler review. But this is my thought on the overall movie. So yeah, guys, what I thought about Transformers: Age of Extinction, it was awesome. Michael Bay spent 3 years doing this. His last movie came out, the Transformers: Dark of the Moon came out in 2011, and July, I think July it was in July 2011, and it was a good movie. This time, usually the movies like Transformers 1 and 2, it was 2 years difference. The first 3 movies, they were 2 years apart. For Transformers: Age of from Dark of the Moon to Transformers: Age of Extinction, it was 3 years apart. You can kind of tell because this movie was really long. I mean, this movie was 2 hours and 45 minutes long, estimated. And it's like almost as much as Titanic. Yes, come on, Titanic is like 3 hours and a half long. I mean, I've watched that movie like twice. First time was alright, second time I'm bored of it. I'm not a big fan of those type of romantic movies, if you know what I mean. But yeah, guys, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes long. But I think, if you think about it, if you're a Transformers fan, and you like the movie, then you know that the 2 hours and 45 minutes was worth it. If you're not a Transformers fan, but you still like the movies, then maybe you'd like, 2 hours and 45 minutes, a bit long, but it was a good movie. If you don't like the movie, then, sorry. It's your personal opinion, it's not my opinion. But my thoughts, I loved the film. It was really planned out very well, and I think that the story was impressive, actually, because I thought that it wasn't really gonna make sense how, you know, Autobots were being hunted by humans. This isn't spoilers, guys. Everybody knows about this. So okay, I know what spoilers are, now I know what's not. Okay, but it really makes sense, incorporated well, how in the story how Autobots are being hunted by humans. It really brings in the story a lot more. But it was kind of sad. You saw in the first 3 movies how in the first movie the Autobots were new to the planet. You know, they needed to grow an alliance with the species that were inhabited in that planet. Second movie, they grew a massive alliance between military intelligence and the Autobots. And then in the third movie, then it was just mayhem. There were the partnership continued, but with an extra, you know, upgrade in the weapons and all that. And then in the fourth movie, the alliance just ended after the Battle of Chicago, which was 5 years ago from Transformers: Age of Extinction. That time, it was 5 years ago. It wasn't 3, it was 5. I was a bit wrong when I said that in TF Talk. it was 5 years apart, and the humans decided that they've had enough of the Autobots. Destroying Chicago was the last, was the last thought for the humans, that we can't tolerate another war, another huge battle like that, which cost millions of lives. Which makes sense, but if you think about it, I don't know, it's kind of, in a way, the humans are right. I mean, they can't tolerate another one. Next thing you know, it's going to be all over Europe or something like that. But if you also think about it, the humans can't handle it by themselves. Even with the technology that they had in Dark of the Moon, with those energon detectors and all that, it's still, they can't handle the Decepticon army by themselves. You saw the Decepticons vaporizing the humans with those weapons in Dark of the Moon. So that is why Age of Extinction, Michael Bay really wanted to go far with the story. He really wanted to make people feel sorry for the Autobots after everything that they've done for the humans. And the story, I think, plans out really well. For the 2 hours and 45 minutes long, I feel that the beginning of the movie was a bit slow-paced. I think a lot of people in Transformers in this movie review, I think they've said the same thing. The beginning of the film was a really slow pace, but then as you get to the middle of the film, like an hour and a half long, so hour and a half into the movie, it started beginning to it started what's it called? The battles, not the battles, but the interaction involving the Autobots began to come more after the Autobots reuniting in that desert area. That's when the interaction began to go to a faster pace. But before that, it was pretty much a slow pace for us Transformers fans. We got to meet the characters, which is good. What is it called? We got to meet new Autobots, which is really amazing. And I say the new villain, Lockdown. He really blew my mind. It wasn't a Lockdown we were expecting. But I'll talk about that in the spoiler review. Now, I feel that the locations were all over the place. The location beginning was in Texas, then it moved on to Chicago, then it moved on to another place, but then at the end of the movie it began in Hong Kong, which was the big battle. Hong Kong was the huge battle scene. In every Transformers movie there's one place where the huge battle takes place. In Transformers, the 2007 movie, I don't remember where that one was. It was a while ago, so I don't remember. Second movie was in Egypt, where the pyramids were. In Dark of the Moon, it was the Battle of Chicago, and then Age of Extinction, it was, might as well say the Battle of Hong Kong. So you can tell that the final battles have to be in big cities or big locations. I mean, I think the biggest location for me was in Revenge of the Fallen, the pyramids. I think that was the biggest location because, think about it, the pyramids are a huge part of our history. Huge part of Egypt's history and a huge part of the world's history. I mean, the 3 pyramids are massive monuments that take us back to long ago. So, and to have a huge battle there, to destroying the pyramids and finding out that there is a Decepticon monument under the layers of bricks, really brings out the sense of whoa, the huge battles taking place in Egypt. But yeah, but I do think that Revenge of the Fallen had the biggest location in which the Autobots and human intelligence versus the Decepticons took place. But yeah, I think that the locations were good. It had a mixture of scenes. I think that the scenes were a lot mixed together. At the beginning of the film, there was hardly any battles. Then it went to one scene that I can't talk about in this spoiler-free review. But it was a little battle between that little area of like 20 minutes into the 10-15 minutes into the movie. Then it went back to a slow pace with the humans, and then it went to the Autobots reunited, and then so on. And yeah, it was a mixture of scenes. I think it was really good. It was a good pace after the Autobots reuniting in that desert area. But yeah, guys, that's all I have to say for this. I think that the movie is absolutely amazing. Is it my favorite? I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite now. I remember before Transformers Age of Extinction came out, my favorite movie was Dark of the Moon. Mainly because of the huge battles that were taking place. And also the characters. I thought, come on, Sentinel Prime? Really? I have the toy of him right there, and it's awesome. I always play with that guy. Because he's such an awesome toy. £40, I think is it £40? I think £40 is worth the figure. I mean, £40 is worth it if you want that figure. You still haven't got him, get him. But yeah, right now I don't have a favorite Transformers live action movie. Because Transformers Age of Extinction and Dark of the Moon, they are both amazing films. I like Transformers, the first one. Yes, I do like that film. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, I didn't like that much. The story was messy. The only good thing was the final battle in Egypt. But the story was messy. There were too many characters involved, and I think that the story didn't make sense. But yeah, I'm not doing a review on that. So, like I said, the two Dark of the Moon and Age of Extinction, they're really put together. They're stuck between about which one's my favorite. I don't know. I don't have a favorite anymore. But if I was to choose between battles, if I was to choose to get between the storyline, I choose Age of Extinction. And the battles, I would choose both. The storyline for Dark of the Moon was good, but it's not as good as Age of Extinction. But the battles that, Battle of Chicago and Battle of Hong Kong, I think they're both just as good. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this spoiler-free review for Transformers Age of Extinction. Stay tuned for the spoiler review. If you guys don't want to see that, if you haven't seen the movie, go see it right now. I recommend you watch it, guys. It is an amazing movie. 3D, definite IMAX 3D, watch it. Regular 3D cinema, watch it. 2D, still watch it nonetheless. But yeah, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the spoiler review, and I'll see you guys next time. Till all are one.